Hi and welcome back to our channel. Right, so we're partly through building our dyno room. As you can see, we've got the flooring down, the dyno's in place. It's still going to come back out. We're going to give it another lick of paint. We've got all our benches set up. We've got plenty of room for bikes. This whole end wall is going to get completely stripped, so we've got room to put bikes all the way across here. Like I say, we're still partly installed. We've got to come back up. There's roofing still to go in. The roof has got to get done the same as here, but we've got two extractors. Well, you can see them. There's two extractors. One of those is for venting the exhaust gas, and there will be like a chimney that will go up through the roof. That'll suck all the exhaust gas out. This fella is for cooling engines, so that will get mounted inside this little cutaway in here. We'll be able to run that off the electrics there and blow cold air onto the bikes, and they're doing their power runs and whatever it is with tuning and whatnot. So the roller and the bench itself is in. The flooring's in. We've painted all the walls. We've added some extra security door. There might be another wall going on the end here. It all depends on how noisy it sounds once we get it in. The point with the flooring was we were going to paint it, but we thought like the cushion floor might absorb some more of the sound. So if it comes down to it's too noisy, we'll pad out the walls and you know, try and sound deaden it a bit better. The computer's in. It's still not wired up, but all the basic software's on there. I mean, later on, once we're calibrating the dyno and stuff, I'll talk you through everything that is. That's simple dyno, that's their software. And then we've got obviously the Arduino. The Arduino stuff I've had to have made by a company in China. They've had to make me the PCB boards. I had to buy them in a job lot 40. So if anybody wants a PCB board for a microcontroller for a dyno, then hit me up there. I'll do them for £10 posted. So literally, I'll post them anywhere in the world for a tenner. I've got to get rid of them because I only needed a couple myself. So I've got extra PCB boards, and I won't take credit for anyone else's work. That was done by a guy called Two Stroke Stuffing on YouTube. He's got his own YouTube channel. Alex from there was good enough to give me the plans, and I sent them off to a PCB company, but there was a minimum order of 50. But I've got 40 going spare, so there's 40 boards if anybody wants a PCB controller for a inertia dyno. And then this software itself is free available online. So providing you've got like a little bit of gumption about you and a little bit of know-how, you'll be able to do exactly what I mean. If I can do this, pretty much, you know, nearly 50 to 80% of the population of the whole planet could put one of these together, as long as you've got some sort of metal mechanical skill to knock up a roller. The roller itself is made of lead, and it's the inertia part, or the rotor out of an electric motor, and then obviously we converted it to strip the motor out and then put two separate bearings on either side, then the Hall sensor and stuff. But we've still got it half stripped down. So. But I thought I'd give you an update on the workshop. The workshop's an absolute state at the minute. We've got loads of projects going on. The cafe, my dad's cafe, still is done. The aerial three-wheeler, which we've had on the channel. We've got Mix's DAC here at the minute. His DAC is down here, so that doesn't need anything. That's just in storage. I've got the Gixxer, the GSXR, my RB50 that it needs carb cleaning, and that needs some MOT on it. That'll go on the road in the next month, 2 months. Since then, Mix bought a Supermoto, so I've got my KX60 Supermoto, which has decided over the past few months to start leaking gearbox oil. The transmission oil on that it's peeing out. I put it in my dad's music room, and he wasn't happy because it dropped every single last, and it was fine. It was fine when I got it, but it's dropped every single last drop of gearbox oil out of it. So now it's sort of stopped leaking because there isn't anything left in it. I did all the seals. There are new plastics that have arrived for that, and some new bobbins and a few other little trick pieces. But the plan is that Mix bought a Stomp 140 that's had an catastrophic engine failure, so he's going to buy the bits for that. Now I'm going to build him an engine, and then the pair of us are going to smash these out in over like a good weekend or 2 weekends to get ready for racing, and then the pair of us can go off to a race meet and have some fun on them. But like I say, with the mini supermotors, but he bought a real good deal. What did you pay for your bike, Nick? 260 with a blown engine, and the crank, what happened is the guy downshifted for a corner, and he dropped the gears, and then he looked down, and the flywheel just flew through the side case. It just completely sheared the crank clean off. So Mick needs to buy 150 odd quid worth of bits, and I'll build him that engine back up with a new crank and fresh new piston and rings. This one doesn't need a lot, but I've got to find out where that oil leak's coming from. I think it's coming from the seals on the engine, but I'll get that sorted when I get a chance. Like I said, we've got the whole workshop's in an absolute state at the minute. Like I said, all these benches are going to go, but my dad's done a good job, to be fair. He's grafted hard and got it done. You make me a cup of coffee?
Yeah.
Cheers. So yeah, I thought I'd do a quick update video on what's going on so far. Still plenty to do. That's a nice cup of coffee. So right, this is the big huge industrial motor that we ripped our roller, our inertial roller out of. Like I said, the actual roller itself is about 30 kg, and this come off a 1920s, 1930s roof crane out of a factory. Luckily enough, I work in an automotive trade, and the factory next door had these huge industrial cranes in. They were derelict, were never used, but they had such light use that it was in great condition. So I paid somebody to climb on top of the roof crane and got this off. But when this was off, this weighed, what do you reckon it weighed? I reckon it weighed 70 kilos, 80 kilos at least. It took two of us, and I mean two of us, a lot of strength with a scaff bar for it to pick it up. So that's, just in case people are curious what the actual industrial, the roller on our dyno is made from. It's made from the innards of this. So we just ripped all the guts out of this and then put our own bearings in. So it was hard graft pulling it, wasn't it?
I think the armature itself was 30 kilos, and then you've got the copper and the cast iron things. That was probably about 120.
You reckon?
Yeah.
It was. I knew it was heavy. When you came out with that little dolly and said put on that, and I went, I'm folding off. But no, my cousin, we call him Big Andy, and he's called Big Andy for a reason. And he climbed up there to get it down. He went, do you know how heavy it is? I went, yeah, it's about 20-30 kilos. And he went, nah. He goes, it's at least 80. He goes, I can't pick it up. Well, anyway, the madman tied a rope around him and then, like, I don't know what you call it.
Inched it down?
Yeah, inched it down, like, what do they call it? Abseiled it.
Yeah.
He abseiled it down to the floor. So that's our roller that the dyno. I meant to put that in another video, but we had it buried away in the back of the workshop. So yeah, I thought I'd show you a quick clip of that so you can see exactly what the actual inertia of the roller that we built was made of. Show you how much of a shit hole it is. Like shit, and then like literally you just like step through a door, woo, and there's like a full music studio. So at least when stuff breaks on the dyno, you come back here and have a cry. You can like sing a sad song.
Bang the drums again.
Yeah. Hey look, we've even got the ATC in here. Oh, the light in here is shit. I wish I knew how to turn all the lights on. Yeah. Mum's music room, which is actually still inside this part of our workshop, so literally step through and you got towel jet, shit dirt bike, another shit dirt bike, another piece of bike down here, and then whoosh. Sorry. As soon as we've got it all done, it'll be great, and then obviously we'll be able to lay all our bikes down here. This floor here is going to get painted in like a grey workshop paint. So this will actually be our full workshop in here, where we'll do all our engine builds and assembly and all our dirty work and whatnot. We might build a little paint booth in the other corner, and that'll be our actual dyno room, and so we can do our tuning. So that's a little shop tour. I've got the remains of my Volvo up on the wall.
They're going to go there.
Okay.
So if we want to hoist something up or hoik it up, we can put a strap through it and...
Oh, you like work from
yeah.
Makes sense. So, what's next now? You get the roller back out, get it another coat of paint on it. You concentrate on the room, and then when I come down next weekend, we'll go through the rest of it.
That will be painted.
Okay.
And all bolted up. All them straps, loops, they're going to be sprayed black and put back on. That will be finished. That will be good. That will be good to go. Hopefully the ceiling will be up as well, with the downlighting. So there's 6 downlighters going in there at the minute. I'll put 6 in to see what they look like, and they should be okay. If not, I've got 12 anyway. I want to put enough light in, but not too much light. Yeah,
so it's not overpowering and bright.
Obviously, we've got white walls, we've got white floor, so a lot of light's going to bounce around, and I don't want it to be blinding.
But you want enough light to work, yeah. Plus, we'll record a video and stuff. You want to have enough light for that.
Yeah, and then I'm going to panel the ceiling out. Then the ventilation. The ventilation gubbins is going in then.
I think we were saying about the one that blows air.
The engine blower, yeah.
Yeah, I reckon we should make a duct for that to suck air from outside. So, the one that's blowing air in, I don't want it blowing the same air that's in here. I want it blowing cool, nice, fresh air in.
I can actually pull the air out the loft.
That's fine, as long as it's pulling cool, as long as it's not breathing the same air that's in here.
That's a massive space.
Imagine you've got like a bike on here, and you're doing like 2 or 3 power runs, the warmth that's going to be in here, plus the heat soak, you don't want to be just blowing around the same air, it needs, you'd be shocked how much fresh air we need.
I've got a lot of loft space up there, so I can pull the air out.
That's it, all it wants is a duct. Yeah, just a duct to feed it, that's it. Just so it's not sucking air in and out of the room, so it's got plenty of fresh air. Because you'd be shocked even with like the small bikes. I mean, the dyno's calibrated up to, we could probably do up to 150 horsepower on it, but at the end of the day, you get a 600 sports bike in it, which we might do, someone wants to
I've already been asked.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's at least 4 guys.
Okay.
There was another guy, he's got a vintage Royal Enfield.
Yeah, bring them down, we'll put them on.
Asian guy.
To be honest, what I'll probably do is if someone brings them down, they want to run their own bike on it, I'll set it all up and say, look, go for it, and I'll just click the end button and go fucking rev the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's your bike, you blow it up. I mean, if they want us to do it, they're fine. If they don't want to, but, vice versa. If they say, right, look, I can't guarantee, I'm not going to cause any damage to it, but at the same time, you've got to understand that, you're revving the fuck out of a bike. Stuff happens. But no, if you've got people lined up for it, so. And Andy wanted to bring his Ninja down.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be good just to put them on there just to see if, just to test its mustard, you know what I mean?
I was talking to one of my friends last night, Marcus, and he's got, it's 1000cc something or other, and he said, I'll bring my bike down. I went, yeah, of course you can.
Yeah. The guy we bought Mick's Supermoto off, he's got a BMW 1000RR, which is like 200 horsepower. He said, that go on it, I said, put whatever you fucking like on it. Right, that's it, I'm calling it a night.